Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is JP. Welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today is September the 18th. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Y'all, okay, first of all, I feel like I start every single vlog in the car. Your girl be busy, like I'm always on the go. That's number one. Number two, no, we still don't have these nails on. Look, y'all, my life is so hectic right now. It's just so freaking hectic right now. Like, I'm so busy. I go from one thing to the next, and I just feel like nails would slow me down. Honestly, that's why I haven't put them on yet. I just really feel like nails will slow me down. Okay, so we got that out of the way. It's coming. Nails are coming. Stay tuned. Sorry that it seems like I'm dragging y'all along on these doggone nails. No, I'm not afraid to put the nails back on after my epic fail the first time I tried them. Okay, life is not aligning right now. I'm having to make serious life decisions, and nails don't make the cut. Like, they just don't make the cut, fam. So that's that on those nails. Now, the last time you guys saw me, I had refreshed my seriously old twist out. I refreshed the ends of my seriously old twist out, and voila, this is the results of that. My hair still looks good. I don't know why. I don't know why my hair still looks good. Sorry for my nose ring. It's like, still has a lot of definition, very much giving nappy a little bit, especially at the nape of the neck, so we don't want to focus too much under there. But you know, for the most part, it looks really good. I just put some flat twist here at the top, and then I have the back secured with some bobby pins. It's getting me through. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to wear this style for like another 2 days until I make it to another wash day. So that means I would have successfully rocked a twist, two-strand twist / twist style for about 3 weeks. Okay, anywho, I'm on my way to our second pop-up shop. That's why your girl's car is packed to the max. Although all y'all can see right now is the table, there is a plethora of crap. Well, not crap, but a plethora of products, a marketing material, and just the entire setup behind the table in my trunk. And I also have Bay and Zay with me as well. They're in Bay's car. So we have a full day ahead of us at this pop-up shop. I believe it's from like 10:45 or maybe 11. I think check-in is at 10:45. The event starts at 11 or 11:30, and we'll be out there until 7. Y'all pray for the whole family, okay? It's looking cloudy. It's giving thunderstorm shower vibes, so I don't know how this is gonna go. We do have a tent, so praise God for that. We won't get all wet up, but man, we really gonna be out in these elements like all day. And it's 87 degrees outside, and it's 10:03, so it ain't even reached the hottest point of the day just yet, but man. So that's what I have on the agenda for today, you guys. Hopefully your weekend has been going wonderfully. Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys are doing. How was your Saturday? How is your Sunday going? What are you guys' plans? Obviously, I'm working. At this point, I'm reconsidering or considering or wondering, all of the above, how I get everything done. Like, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted, and I feel like just when I think I'm about to get some downtime, life is like, get up. I got something else for you to do. So, man, y'all, I'm just trying to manage, trying to hang on, trying to hold on, trying to keep my mental in order, because it really is a lot. Good morning, family. It is September the 19th. It is Monday. Happy Monday. It is 7:40. We're fighting to make it to work on time. I still have a little ways to go. So, instead of letting you guys go and picking you up at work, let's talk, okay? Let's rant. Let's chat. Let's talk about yesterday's events. Yesterday's events, they weren't giving. They were not giving. No, they did give. They gave a sour taste. Okay, let me just get into it, okay? Let me just tell y'all what happened. Okay, so yesterday, the last clip that you guys saw was our setup at the pop-up shop, right? And for the purposes of this story, we're not going to use the name of the event, because I don't want them to get no backlash, right? Even though my experience was bad, I don't want them to get any backlash. We are a growing platform, right? Okay. So yesterday we had the pop-up shop. The pop-up shop was advertised as a pop-up shop for local Black entrepreneurs to be in a area that is high trafficked. I don't know. Basically, it was supposed to be a very poppin' area. We don't gotta get all technical all the time, okay? It was supposed to be a poppin' area in an urban neighborhood where our demographic, our customers would be, right, for this event that was supposed to be super large. Okay, hopefully you're following me. The event was from 12 to 7. The first red flag for me was that we were there at 10:45 because the vendors were told to check in at 10:45. However, when we arrived at 10:35 or 10:30, there was no one there. Actually, the person that was running the event did not come to open the gate until about 11:15, 11:20. Red flag number one. I'm gonna need us to be on time, or at least notify people if you're gonna be late, because this was a paid event, meaning we had to pay in order to be a vendor at this particular event. So once the person that's running the event comes, opens the gate, they're like, and by the way, we need you guys to be completely set up and to have your vehicles moved, because we were able to drive up on the premises to set up and, to unload our vehicles, and then we were supposed to move. We were told we only had until 12 o'clock to do that, and we had to be completely set up and all cars had to be moved. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I felt like it was not courteous of our time. You should have extended you should have extended the time that we had to be ready, or a better option, you just be on time, given the fact that your vendors only have a specific amount of time to set up for the event, and you guys aren't going to delay the event. So how about being on time? But anywho, I digress. So we get there, we set up, everything is lovely, we're looking around. We, as in me, husband, and Zay, all three of us, it was a three-piece, three musketeers. We showed out to work for the business, right? So as we're setting up, the lady introduces herself that is running the event, and she comes over and says, if you guys need anything, let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. At that time, I asked a couple of what I considered like little basic preliminary questions, because my husband had been having contact with her, and he was the one that set up for us to be a vendor at this event. So I asked her things such as, where are the customers flowing from? Are both sides of the gates going to be open? Is there going to be one entrance and one exit, so that we can better position our booth, our table area, so that we can receive as much traffic as possible? So she gave me that information, and we made adjustments accordingly. So all in the world was good at that time. Around 35 minutes after the event started, we began to notice some people starting to come in. And we were like, okay, cool, it's starting to pick up. We weren't expecting like a bum rush of people as soon as it opened, because you know how we is, and we like to arrive fashionably late. I mean, I myself will arrive fashionably late at a function, okay? So I understand, no judgment, okay? No judgment. So about an hour and a half in, we're looking around, it's still pretty much dead. Like, it's dead, it's dry. 2 hours go by, it's dead, it's dry. Literally, we're not seeing anybody that would be our customer. We're seeing a lot of other races, white people primarily, Hispanic people primarily, but we're not really seeing our customer, right? Every business has a specific customer that they cater to, whether it be women, whether it be men, whether it's both men and women, whether it's black men with beards, you know, kinky, curly, textured hair, like my particular business. You know, everybody has a demographic, right? There are very few products that are all inclusive. That's just what it is, right? So by then my husband beckons for the lady to come over, the woman that's running the event, and he's like, you know, this was marketed as a black market event, but what type of demographic usually frequents this space, this venue? Because what I have not mentioned thus far is that we were located right outside of a brewery. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm not, just a brief explanation. It's the place where they brew beer, and I think she said you could also have wine and stuff there, but primarily it's a beer company, right? Okay, so we were positioned behind them, say within the company, but behind them. And so we were back there, and the lady was like, well, we have a lot of people, you know, it's a mixed crowd, but it's primarily white people and Hispanic people that come. And we were like, okay. That rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, the advertisement is not, it's not giving, it's not doing, it didn't, it's giving false advertisement. It's giving false advertisement because that's not how you made it seem. And I was aggravated on so many levels, because you being the promoter, and at this point I realized that she is either a co-owner of this brewery or she is a family member of the owner of the brewery, right? Knowing that you have a pretty good understanding of the type of people that frequent this place, why would you ask a whole bunch of black entrepreneurs that are catering primarily to the black culture, and I'm using the air quotes, and I'm using black culture for simplicity's sake, so that's a whole nother conversation in itself, but why would you ask vendors, target specific vendors for a demographic that they cannot support? You're setting me up not to make back, at least make back the money that I put into the event to be a vendor there. You're setting me up to fail. And at that point, I'm realizing all you were concerned about was getting vendors to line your pockets so that you can have extra money to do whatever it is you need to do. You had no intention of truly helping and assisting and putting local black entrepreneurs in front of an audience that they may not have necessarily been able to reach had they not been at your event. You didn't do that. That wasn't your mission. So when she came over and she said that, you know, we were like, oh, okay. And then about another 30 minutes went by. Again, nobody. Literally, we made one sale yesterday. We made one sale yesterday. A total, complete, utter waste of time. So about 30 minutes before we decided to leave, mind you, the event was from 12 to 7. We left at like almost 4. I don't even think we waited until 4. I think it was like around the 3 o'clock mark. But 30 minutes before we left, my husband calls her over again, and she's like, is everything okay? And my husband was like, no, it's not okay. He was like, we were under the impression, based on the marketing and the advertisement and what was told to me when I selected this event to be a vendor, you know, to apply to be a vendor for this event, it was described as something that it was not. We were expecting, you can't have a black market experience and not have black people. Where's the black people? Like, where are they? Where are they? And then you bounce around here kind of looking nervous when people begin to question your setup, your event, because we quickly realize it's not as you advertised it. So she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get a house in 3rd Ward. And if you're unfamiliar with Houston, 3rd Ward is I'll say, to my knowledge, last time I was there, which was quite some time ago, it was a predominantly black area, very, very urban. I say used to, I say based on my recollection, because I know that they're doing a lot of gentrification around the hood areas in Houston. If I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100, I haven't been in Third Ward in quite some time, like really deep up in Third Ward, so they could have made changes since the last time I came. So I digress, but I'm telling you what she said. She said that she was trying to get a house up in Third Ward to host the event, so that way we could be amongst our customer, our targeted audience. However, that fell through. She was busy, her sister's getting married, and she's trying to move and close on another house. Why I gotta know that? What gave you the impression that I even cared? I mean, if we just gonna keep it all the way funky, what made you think I cared about that? I don't care about that. That's not my business. I'm here to do business, not your business. I'm here to do my business. Your business is personal business. That don't have nothing to do with me. My business is this vendor event that you quote unquote are supposed to be hosting that would have been beneficial to me, but it wasn't. That's my business. My business is asking you who dropped the ball, because this ain't no black market experience. Not for me. I don't have no customers. They can't experience my black business, and I can't experience the black market. So we're leaving early, and she comes over and she says, "Oh, y'all, I'm so sorry. This place gets packed, but you know there's a Texans game going on right now. There's a Astros game, so we're expecting that people will start showing up in the evening time." Okay, probably at this point, problem number 59. Okay, because why would you have an event starting at 12 noon if you know, because you're very familiar with this establishment, this venue, if you know that the people aren't coming until 5 o'clock? Why have us sitting there for 5 hours if you know it ain't gonna be nobody up here? It's giving scam vibes. It's giving money grab vibes. It's giving you don't care about nobody but yourself vibes. Sorry, y'all, that's my car. Like, it was just giving negative energy vibes. It was giving, I'm giving you the side eye vibes. So she comes over again, apologizes frequently. She's like, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'll keep in contact with me. I'll let you know when there's another event. And I'm just, man, look. I know how to keep it professional. I know how to keep it cute on mute. But there was a little bit of my face that showed her that there will be no chance in hell that we would be keeping in contact with you. In most instances, you have one impression, baby, and yours is so bad. Yours is so bad. It's a hard, solid freak no. It's not happening. So we pack up all of our things. And at this point, the other vendors are contemplating the same exact thing. And we are exiting out of the gate. And she flags me down again. And at this point, I'm like, girl, save it. Save it. Because your conscience is now eating up at you. Now you know you false advertised. Now you know you dropped the ball. Now you know you're coming across in a negative light. And it is highly likely that not a single vendor that came out here will ever attend an event that you have again. She flags me down. I just want to apologize. I am so sorry. Look, this is what I'll do. The next time we have an event for excuse me, y'all, for your time and your efforts in coming out, because we appreciate you so much, you can come in for free. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me free entry into your dry A event. Thank you. Girl, get up out of my face. It's a solid no. So, all that to say, because this was a quite lengthy story, but I wanted to give y'all some background as to why you'll never see my company, Love Elle Hair Care, ever participate in a pop-up shop. The first one, it was giving similar vibes. The second one was worse than the first one. Neither one of them was up to what I assumed a pop-up shop could be. Hell, maybe my calling is to just run proper pop-up shops, because the taste that was left in my mouth for this pop-up shop, it's a stigma that black people don't like doing business with black people. And for reasons like yesterday, I can understand why people don't want to do business, why people are hesitant to spend their money with black people. Because even something as me paying you for an advertised event that you claim is going to be popping, it's not. It's not. We have a hard time keeping it real with our customer. She knew that we were a hair company. She knew we were a hair company before we made it to the event. She knew that. You knew who your customer was at this brewery. You knew that. So if I reach out to you and say, hey, I would like to be a part of your event as a vendor, the courteous thing to do, the decent thing to do, the righteous thing to do would have been, hey, listen, you reached out to me, in a more professional way, but in a roundabout way. Say, hey, you reached out to me. I know you're interested in this event. I just want to let you know the demographic is a mixed crowd. We may or may not see a lot of your specific customer. You're more than welcome to still come, but I just thought I'd let you know that because I am familiar with the crowd. How long did that take? That was free game. Then I could have made the decision whether or not I wanted to show up. And if I showed up, set up, spent money to get there, spent money on product to have for the event, if I got there and didn't sell a thing, I could not be mad at you at that point. Because you forewarned me that was a possibility based upon the demographic that you're familiar with, the customers that you're familiar with that frequent that location, and from your information, I took a chance. Child, it was a whole lot of yesterday. When I swim down to the deep end, wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? 'Cause honestly, I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy. I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around. Hey y'all, I am currently on lunch. It is 1:16. I realized I didn't tell y'all in all of my ranting this morning. I realized I did not tell y'all what I brought for lunch today. I pretty much bought a little bit of everything in the kitchen sink because I didn't have time to make a sandwich. So I just bought all of the fixings to put my sandwich together. I did do that in the office before I left out. And here is my sandwich. Pretty basic today. Better than eating out though, because y'all know we still on that journey or whatever. So here's what my sandwich looks like. Just a basic turkey. This is boar's head honey turkey, which is fabulous, by the way. I mean, like chef's kiss fabulous. It's so freaking good, with American cheese, mayo, and mustard sandwich, because your girl is starving. Okay, we're super hungry. I wish we had a little bit more mayonnaise. I had to use one of the packs from work. Sorry. And they only had one. This sandwich needs a little bit more lube. But aside from that, the turkey is giving. Hey you guys, it is 5:39. We are done with work for the day. Today was just one of those days. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't a good day, like meaning in the sense of nothing exciting happened. It was just a day. And I'm super excited and thankful to be off. When I get home, I'm on my way home now, but when I get there, we are going to work out. I'm also going to cook dinner as well today. I did ask Bay to take out some chicken wings and chicken strips. The wings are for me and Bay, and the strips are for Zay, because if you're not new here, you know he don't want no parts of chicken on the bone. I don't know why that brother don't appreciate the deliciousness of a good chicken wing, or a good chicken thigh, or even a good chicken leg. You know what I mean? If the occasion calls for it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna make some shake with those wings and those strips. I'm more than likely gonna cook them in the air fryer, and I will show you guys what I end up doing with them. Whew. Okay, friends, I think I found a new YouTube workout instructor. The channel name is called And 8 or 8 and, but And 8. That sounds about right because that's like music count, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's And 8. The workout that I was doing was the ultimate Doja Cat dance, full body cardio, and it's to her entire album. 22 minutes and 42 seconds. First of all, high intense, super high intense, definitely much different than what I'm used to with Afri Fitness. So God gave me exactly what I needed today. I need a new channel. I need a new channel, a new workout instructor, new workouts to challenge my body. And baby, when I tell you this video did it, we gonna check her out. I'm gonna try to incorporate her videos at least once a week to give my muscles a break from the continual running and jogging, if you will, on the elliptical. But this is it. Like, this is it. This is bomb. Hey y'all, just wanted to check in with you. It is currently 8:20 and your girl is in the kitchen wrist whipping. Not really. I have some fries on a baking dish because we definitely didn't have sides. If you guys remember me saying earlier, if I didn't have sides to go with the chicken that I was doing in the air fryer, that I was gonna do fries, and fries it is. I have my first batch, or girl, what's left of it, because man, she been eating on it. First batch of chicken here, everything came out wonderfully. I have my second batch of chicken wings in the air fryer, and then I'm gonna do Zay's, I'm gonna season Zay's chicken strips and then put those also in the air fryer. Let me show you what I used really quickly to season my chicken wings, just in case you were interested. I used a little bit of this smokehouse maple. This is from the brand McCormick. A little bit of black pepper. Sorry, that was backwards. There you go, black pepper. I think it was still backwards. We're gonna improvise. A little bit of cayenne pepper, some Lowry's seasoned salt, paprika for the color, some chupacabra. Y'all know I love this stuff, and I'm actually down, like I need to get more. And then on my second batch of wings that's currently in my air fryer, I used a little bit of this garlic parmesan, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna use the same exact seasoning for Isaiah's chicken strips. I'm trying to talk fast, y'all, because it's a lot going on in the background. I'm watching the Food Network. I'm trying to edit. Bay is upstairs playing his game. I don't know what Isaiah is doing, but I'm pretty sure he's making noise. I just wanted to check in with you guys. So once the food is done, and yes, we eating after 7 o'clock. Find somebody else to judge. We're gonna have to talk about that too, y'all, because I need to really rework my day and also revise my intermittent fasting time to something a little bit more realistic. 7 o'clock is cute some days, but it doesn't work every day. We'll talk about that more. Let me finish here. Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Today is September the 20th, and the struggle is real. First of all, I feel like this morning was designed to just, man, break my soul. So let me just quickly tell you what I have endured. It's 8:10, by the way. Ain't no way in hell we gonna make it to work early. So let me tell you how we got to this point. Okay, so for starters, I've run out of inspiration to flip, smack, and rub my hair down and kind of make it look like something. This was the best I can do. At this point, I'm about 3 weeks in without washing my hair, and I'm all over new. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of myself, and I'm sick of myself. And this is just the best that I can do. If you think this looks cute, to God be the glory. Okay? Because I don't. I think that it's not giving. But anyway, so that was number one. Because I was lacking inspiration and the creative juices to do something cute with my hair this morning, in my personal opinion, we ran out of time to make us something to eat for lunch. Couldn't pack no leftovers, couldn't grab no sandwich, nothing. We couldn't grab nothing because it was time to go. Okay, what I did do though was put a load of clothes, a load of towels to dry, because I was like, I'm already a little late. So I made life's decisions, and laundry made the cut, lunch didn't. So that's just what it is. So I'm leaving out of my subdivision, and I'm immediately met with a wreck. Dang, hate when that happens. Okay, cool. So I take a couple back streets, spin the block, you know what I mean, cut a couple corners, and when I make it to the street, I'm immediately met, you know, by the scene of the accident and 2 police officers. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. They're in the right lane. I need to be in the left lane because the right lane technically turns and goes southbound. I'm trying to be in the left-hand lane to go northbound on the freeway because we work northbound, right? Right, okay, I hope you follow me. So the police officer sees me in the right-hand lane and she's like, go, go, go. Go with the flow of traffic. And so I'm shaking my head, yeah, like, yes, sis, I'm trying to go with the flow of traffic, but I'm just not going that flow. We're not going southbound, baby. We're going northbound. So just hold your horses, okay? Hold your mule. Hold your mule. You need to be tending to this wreck any darn way. Don't you got a job to do? Don't worry about me, baby. I'm trying to get over on the other side. You know what I mean? I'm a good upstanding citizen with a semi-decent, you know what I mean, driving record. Don't worry about me. So I just kept on going, you know, just kept on going. I thought I was on my way until I got to the freeway and was immediately met by stalled traffic. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, what do we do? Thought fast, on my toes, quick, boom. You know some back streets, sis. Been a block a couple more times, hit a couple corners, hit them switches, and you'll be on the freeway in no time. Okay, cool. With the exception of my secret streets ain't secret streets. Everybody know about my back streets. I don't know when this took place. We didn't even have a meeting about the matter. All I know is that I sat in traffic for about 25 minutes on the back street. So here we are. About 10 minutes in, I sent my manager a message because I already knew we was not gonna make it. We wasn't gonna make it. Hello, you guys. Good afternoon. Sorry y'all are shaking, baby. The roads downtown ain't nothing to play with in certain areas. Sorry about that. It's currently 1:13. I've been on lunch since about 12:45. There was an event going on at my job and we needed to avoid that. So we took an early lunch. I went to Chick-fil-A. I've been on the line with my dad. I just got off the phone with him and then picked you guys back up. Let me not do that to expose the struggle in my ponytail. Anyway, I just picked up some Chick-fil-A. Like I said, I got a 12-count nugget meal with a drink. I always like to, if I can remember, get a large drink. We love Arnold Palmer's over here. And if you're unfamiliar with what an Arnold Palmer is and you like, girl, what is that? Please school me. I got you. It is half sweet tea, half lemonade. It used to be called Arnold Palmer everywhere. Like they even sell Arnold Palmers in like the convenience stores and stuff like that. You can get them by the bottle. I know Arizona makes them. But now they're called Sunjoy, or at least they're called Sunjoy at Chick-fil-A. I don't know what's up with the name change. We still call it Arnold Palmer over here. Whatever y'all got to key in when y'all take my order, that's your business. But just so long as when I say Arnold Palmer, you get your girl what she needs. Okay, so we made it to the parking garage. It's real dark. Sorry about that. Here is my food. I did want to try this zesty buffalo sauce. I've never tried this before. And wanted to try it on camera with you guys. I don't know what made me want to try the sauce, because I've seen it 50-11 times, never thought to try it before. Here are my nuggets. Let's see what this sauce hit for. Hopefully it's not nasty, but if it is, I got a bunch of other sauces, so I'm not really tripping. Okay, god dang. Okay, the smell is extremely strong. All right, here we go. It's not bad. It definitely has a little kick to it though. It ain't bad at all. If you eat this, I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. But I just can't get totally jiggy with the buffalo sauce. So I'm just gonna set this to the side and crank open one of my regular sauces. I'm gonna finish eating, catch up on some YouTube, and in about 15 minutes I'm gonna have to head back. So I'll see you guys. Good afternoon, you guys. It is 5:21. That means this work day is done. That's a wrap. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which will be the 21st, and it's sweatpants, tights, and mommy uniform vibes all day tomorrow. Like, I'm so excited for it. Can't wait. We're not rushing it because I'm trying to relish in every single moment. I ain't gotta be in that office. you know. I'm on my way to the crib. Definitely gonna work out today. Bay is out, Isaiah's out, so of course it will be just you and I yet again at the crib. We're not mad at it. Let me give y'all a little update. I think the workout video, the video on YouTube was called And 8, and the routine that I did was Doja Cat. I don't know. It was like her album, like it was like a workout routine to her entire album. I don't listen to Doja Cat like that, so sorry if I offend any Doja Cat fans. Anyway, I woke up so sore, like literally woke up so sore. So I love it. Will I do it today? Nah. Now I would have liked to go outside. I didn't know that Bay had some things that he wanted to do planned for the afternoon, but it is what it is. We're gonna get up on this here treadmill and we're gonna put these mag knees to work, okay? We're gonna do a little running, a little jogging, a little fast-paced walking, and then we are also going to jump rope because I think it's been about 3 days since I jump rope. So we need to get back on the wagon, get back on the horse, whatever phrase you want to use. We're just gonna get back.
Trying to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. City on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I don't understand it, how they got so timid. Told them I would do it and I overdid it. I don't do the bass cause I don't got the minutes. Pull up nothing teeny so they know who in it. Shorty cutting up, it must be retrograde. 80s Cuban collar with the retro fade. Baby cut from Mexico to whip Jeremy. And she down the way they walk.
I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when I let
Hey y'all, pardon the noise in the back. I'm currently deep conditioning. I'm gonna probably deep condition for about 30-35 minutes, hell maybe even 40 minutes, because we know it's been a long time since my hair had a little TLC, and I ain't in a rush because we ain't gotta go to work in the morning. I'm gonna eat my pizza. This is my dinner, just something really quick that I popped into the oven. And while I'm here and standing next to it, let me show y'all or give y'all an update on this pie. Look at this, y'all. Slap. It's slap. It's just about gone. Baby, best believe when we go to Sam's Friday, we're getting another one. I'm bringing my sis home again. I'm bringing her home again with the gold too. Y'all go get that pie ASAP. That pie is so freaking delicious. Man, if I wasn't trying to do right, I'll eat the rest of that tonight. I'm gonna have to say that thing to tomorrow. Until then, we're gonna watch a little TV, eat our little pizza, chill out, get some editing done.
my word is bond, we don't spit no lies. A daughter of the sunshine. attention. But I keep everybody at a distance. If I build it, will y'all really come? About all these.
Good morning, fam. It is 10:56, Wednesday, September the 21st. Happy Wednesday. I just left the post office. I had to drop off a Poshmark order. If you're unfamiliar, I do have a Poshmark closet where I list my gently used bags, shoes, and clothes. So if you're interested, I will leave my Poshmark handle on the screen right here, as well as leave the information down below in the description box. I have my Celsius here. I'm drinking the, I believe it, yep, wild berry, the sparkling wild berry. Now that the post office errand is out of the way, I'm also going to go to the grocery store as well, just to pick up some sides. So really, I shouldn't spend more than 20 bucks at the grocery store, but y'all know how I do. I took out some salmon, so we're gonna have some salmon. I have not done anything to salmon other than pan sear it and then bake it a little bit. So I want to try frying salmon, because I've had fried salmon before at restaurants, but I've never fried salmon. I would imagine it's like frying chicken. I mean, leave me some comments down below if it ain't, but we're gonna try it like frying chicken today and see what happens. What else? Mom is coming by today, her and Asia. I may or may not get some footage of them. Yes, I may or may not get some footage of them, just depending on how they're feeling. Don't want to have a camera all up in people's face that don't want to be seen. You know what I mean? We're also going to get our car washed as well, because we're supposed to have some really good weather for the next 7 days. I was trying to have a bonding moment. With Zay earlier, and go to the car detailer. I don't know if that's what you call them, but that's what I'm gonna call them for the sake of because I want to go to the car detailer, and he was like, I'm gonna pass mine. Can we do it Friday? I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't trying to bond with you at all, okay? I wasn't trying to spend a little ski taste of time because you're so busy. You a working man, you a college man, or whatever. I wasn't trying to do that. It's cool. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm gonna go on about my day. It is what it is. Anyway, shout out to the do-rag last night for having my twist extremely and utterly laid. I mean, the roots are, man, slick. Oh, man. I do wear, if you're wondering, all three of those bonnets, do-rags, and scarves layered like that on most nights. I typically wear two, but when I do my twist like that, because they were really, really wet when I was getting ready to go to sleep, because it was midnight when we finished, okay? It was, so I wasn't doing no type of air drying. I usually like to put a do-rag just to keep everything in place so that it's not moving around, so that it can kind of dry a little bit in my sleep. Although when I woke up this morning, it was still very, very saturated, but at least my roots are, you know, down, they're flat, and my edges are flat, and my twists don't have any frizz. So pretty much, you know, it did what it needed to do. Aside from that, y'all, look at what I just found. Okay, so y'all know I did a review on the TruFru chocolate covered strawberries. I'm here at Randall's, and y'all, they have chocolate covered cherries, chocolate covered blueberries, and chocolate covered bananas. Definitely want to get the bananas. I'm gonna go ahead and try the cherries as well.
when I show up. It's not my fault, she wanna know me. She told me you were just a homie. She came down like she knew me. Gave it up like a groupie. And that's facts for cold nigga talking so much you need, yeah. Feel something you gotta show me.
The items that I got from Randall's. We're gonna switch it up a little bit and start on this side. I picked up this aluminum pan. I'm gonna use it for some potatoes that I saw on TikTok that I want to try. They're the golden Parmesan potatoes. I don't know if that's the name of it. I'll put the video, a screenshot of the video on the screen, but I got these pans for that. I also picked up several Knorr sides because my pantry was really needing some sides. We often shop at Costco and I don't get side items from Costco, which is why I also go to the grocery store as well, just in case you were wondering. But I got 2 of the chicken and broccoli, 2 of the chicken flavored fried rice, which is delicious, by the way, 2 of the chicken flavored pastas. This is like a fettuccine style pasta, and you can add meat to it as well. And lastly, I got 2 of the creamy chicken flavored rice. I mean, look at the photo. Child, that look delicious. I also picked up 2 of the family size Idaho potatoes. Both of them are the butter and herb flavor. I'm also going to be making some breakfast on Friday, so I decided to get these shredded potatoes, some Parmesan cheese for our potatoes. Here are the potatoes for the side that I'll be making. Again, I found a little quick recipe on TikTok. I've been seeing it float around, so I decided to give it a try. For our fried salmon, I picked up some tartar sauce just in case anybody wanted any. I also picked up this Red Baron 2-pack of small pizzas, just in the event Isaiah, myself, or Paul want a quick snack. We can pop that in the oven or the microwave. I'm super excited to try this Stella Berry by Stella Rosa. I haven't tried this flavor before. I seen Shay's video this morning and she had the lemon lime and the, I think, tropical mango is what she said. Randall's didn't have it, so I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for that because I really, really love me some Stella Rosa, and those 2 flavors that Shay had sound absolutely delicious. We picked up a bag of mixed fruit for smoothies. And then, quite frankly, next to the Stella Rosa, these are the stars of the show. I got so excited when I saw these TruFru bananas. I'm not really a cherry person. I'll eat chocolate-covered cherries, but really the bananas had me. Not to mention, it's super packed with protein, so we love that because we're trying to get our life together over here. As a child, this is a fun fact. My mom used to make me chocolate-covered bananas all the freaking time. I actually love them, and it's been years since I had them. These have peanut butter on them as well, so I'll let y'all know what I think about that. And then we have the dark chocolate-covered cherries, and it looks like it has some white chocolate in there as well. Super, super excited, and I can't wait to share my thoughts on these 2 TruFru with you guys. For now, I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff up and get a workout in. Y'all, just wanted to tap in with you guys really quickly. We decided to take full advantage of this beautiful day, so we are suited up and outside. We're gonna do a walk. It's hot as hell, but we're gonna try to make it work. And yes, I'm going out here in my body because I didn't spend 3 hours on my hair just to sweat it out and get it all sweaty and frizzy and whatnot. So find somebody else to judge, okay? Because I'm out here trying to get fine. See y'all in a little bit. So it is much later. It is currently 3:49. We had a great workout. Me and Bae went into the neighborhood, did a little jog/walk situation. We were out there for about 45 minutes to an hour. So really, really good. I've since then showered. Mom and Asia came by, spent a little time with them, and I was about to start dinner. But before I do, it's time that we try these. And we're gonna wash it down with a little bit of this right here. So I'm gonna start with the bananas. These are a super snack protein pack, peanut butter, chocolate covered bananas. So here goes nothing. I've had these in the refrigerator, by the way. They were in the frozen food section when I bought them, but I wanted them to be a little soft. So that's why I went ahead and put them in the refrigerator. this is what they look like. So just chunks of banana with the peanut butter and the chocolate. Do you want to try one, babe, or are you good?
Yeah, I'll try one.
Okay, let me give babe one and I'm gonna come back to y'all. All right, so let me grab another one. Here goes nothing. This is what it look like. I got all chocolate and peanut butter and no banana that time. I'm not particularly a fan of the texture of the banana. You like them, babe? I'm not really a fan, but sorry. Let's shut it down. Okay, I'm not really a fan of the consistency of the bananas. It kind of looked weird to me visually, so I'm already thrown off. And then when I eat it, it's definitely a frozen banana. And I don't know how I like the consistency of that too much. Maybe I'll try it again to see if I like it a little bit better. It's not nasty, so let me just say that. The flavors are really good. It's just the consistency of the banana that I'm not particularly a fan of. You like it, babe? Mm-hmm. Bae likes it, so they definitely won't go to waste. I just tore open the seal off of the dark chocolate covered strawberries. Oh, and let me say this. I'm usually not a fan of the dark chocolate, and the bananas are dark chocolate covered peanut butter banana situation, and I didn't hate it at all. It was delicious. Again, it's not really the chocolate and the peanut butter combo. It's the texture of the banana for me, but I do think that it's worth a try. These are the cherries. The cherries are coated in white chocolate as well as dark chocolate. Again, not necessarily a fan of the dark chocolate, but we'll still give it a try. Did you want to try one of these, babe?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, let me give babe one.
Wow.
The least you could do is you could have waited for me. He all in the background talking about what he want, and he didn't even wait on me. Anyway, here it.
Oh,
You in the background talking about this good. I didn't even get a chance to eat it in front of the people.
eat it.
Anyway, so this is what it looks like. Just the one, y'all. Just the one. You want some more? I'm not gonna cap to you. Them cherries tart. What do you think about the cherries? Y'all keep coming in off and on camera. Y'all know how funny Paul be acting, so I gotta hit one of these. But anyway, so good. I couldn't even bite into it because the cherry just kind of exploded out of, you know, the little chocolate situation that they have in. But this is so freaking good, y'all. We're gonna wash down all of that delicious chocolate and fruit with this bottle of Stella Berry. That hit. Really, really like this. Very fruity, very berry, sweet, but not too sweet. Got the little fizzle pop, you know, so you feel like you know, fancy or whatever, like a little champagne and whatnot. This is really good. I'll buy this again and again and again. This is so freaking good. Crusted potatoes. I went ahead and just did it off camera because we needed to follow TikTok, okay? We've never done this before. So here is my butter and Parmesan spread mixture. These are the seasonings that I used inside of my butter and Parmesan mixture because we need a little extra flavor. So I added parsley for color, obviously the Parmesan cheese, a little bit of Lowry seasoned salt, and the Weber garlic Parmesan seasoning. I felt like it just made sense with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another pan of this and pop them in the oven, and then I'll show you guys what they look like when I take them out. I just wanted to come back and show you guys the finished product of the Parmesan crusted potatoes. They are busting, y'all. They are so freaking delicious. Of course, you see a couple pieces missing here and there because me and Bae had to make sure that they were household approved. And they are. What you think, Bae?
Yes, they are good.
They delicious. I actually have to hide these because I don't want him to eat these before my fish is ready. Let me also go ahead and show you my rice as well. Here is my creamy chicken rice. I also added some cheese as well, and it is freaking delicious. Me and Bae tried it. So all I have to do now is fry my salmon and we are good to go. The dinner is done, and I just wanted to show you guys what my plate is looking like. So I have my cheese, chicken, rice. It kind of looks like a casserole situation here. Some Parmesan crusted potatoes here and a piece of salmon. Let's go ahead and dig in. First, the rice. That's so doggone good, y'all. Definitely gives casserole vibes. It gives vibes like I baked it, but I didn't. And that's why I really like the creamy chicken rice from Knorr, because it gives that baked vibe. Then you throw a little cheese on top of it and man. Now let's move on to these potatoes. Here is one. It almost hit the floor, child. Let me get it together. They're so tender. Okay, I'm holding it this way. So here is one of the potatoes. As you can see, it definitely has that Parmesan crust on it. The only thing I did differently than what I saw many TikTok people do or say that they did was I left it in my oven longer than 25 minutes. 25 minutes, it was not cooked thoroughly. So I left mine in the oven for about 40 minutes and they came out perfectly. So here we go. Y'all, that is so freaking delicious. The potatoes are nice and soft. The Parmesan is really coming through. Definitely can taste the butter. I love the crust on the outside. That gives it a little extra razzle and dazzle. Definitely will have these potatoes in rotation. So let's take a piece and try with the tartar sauce. We're not a fan of the tartar sauce. It's too lemony. The one that I use, just in case you were wondering, is this Kraft tartar sauce. It's way too lemony. Not really a fan, but this here salmon by itself is definitely a vibe. So I'm gonna finish eating my dinner. Everything on the plate is delightful, excuse me, with the exception of that tartar sauce. We're definitely not here for it. I'm about to kick up my feet and watch some YouTube, and I'll see y'all as soon as I finish devouring this whole plate. Go to somebody else.